Welcome back to Global Village. I'm Buddy Kunanan. Tonight's topic is Korean-Philippines cultural ties and Korean culture. And joining us is none other than Mr. Lee Jin-shel, and he is the director of the Korean Cultural Center, Manila. Mr. Lee, welcome back to our second segment. And we had a very nice video showing your project, the ASEAN ROK Graffiti Art Project. They had a giant mural in Bonifacio Global City. It looked very nice, very collaborative, very colorful and exciting and passionate. Huh? Tell us a bit about this project. How did this happen?
Yeah. So actually, I don't really believe that we just finally did it because it began on May, someday in May, when I made some courtesy visit to NCCA. And at that time, I met the chairman, His Excellency Dr. Armario.
Yes.
And then we had some discussion. So he just, advised me how to do that and how to, to manage our, the cultural issues and how to strengthen the cultural ties between two countries. Among that time, I just made some kind of comment like I had some idea to invite ASEAN artists and Korean artists and make them collaborate and make some mural because I saw many murals in the Bonifacio street.
Yes.
And I was so much fascinated by that. So if you have some specialty in making murals, and if we have some fun. Actually, I knew I had the fun from Korea. So Dr. Armario just liked my idea, and he promised full support for my project. So it happened from that time. And after 6 months, we finalized that and we finished everything. And the very start is, Dr. Armario made some biggest contribution from the start.
Yes.
And kind of some completion. It is up to the dedication and commitment from the ASEAN artists and Korean artists, and more than 80 volunteers, Filipino volunteers.
What inspired you to do this thing for ASEAN and Republic of Korea? Of course, Republic of Korea has strong ties with all the members of ASEAN. But what was the inspiration that lit a light bulb in your head basically and said, hey, let's do something 50th anniversary of ASEAN?
Yeah. So when I came here, I didn't know whether it is a 50th anniversary or not. But when I came here and realized that, 2017 is 50th anniversary of ASEAN, and the Philippines is the state, the chair state of 10 countries. Wow, so it's wonderful. We have to celebrate that. So I just wanted to find out a way to celebrate this year. And all the Ministry of the Foreign Affairs in Korea, they also assigned this year as the 2017 ASEAN-Korean Cultural Exchange the year. The year itself is kind of celebration. And they suggested me to provide some budget. So I got, I got bullied. And so I have to find out some kind of very good target.
Yes.
So the mural was my target. And one more, the reason is that culture is, the last forever, but physically, it just disappears as soon as it finishes.
Yes.
So about the kind of some paintings, it lasts forever. But I wanted to more the kind of some performances that last, and that last longer time than the kind of some music or the ballet or something. So I choose to make some mural.
We have some images now we're showing to our viewers, and this is the actual site of the mural. Let's give viewers a perspective. How big was this mural? It looks like it was on the side, one big side of a building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where was this? I mean, you mentioned it's in Bonifacio Global City. Mm-hmm. Where exactly can we see this mural?
This is the corner of 26th and 5th Avenue.
All right.
Yeah. And then I can add that it was possible because of thanks to the partnership of the Bonifacio Art Foundation. They had the authority to decide whether to do mural or they have some kind of network with the building owners. They got okay agreement from the owners. Yeah, that's how it happened.
And here we see some of the, I mean, you showed some pictures of the people who actually worked on the project. Can you tell us a bit about the composition? I mean, you had Filipinos, of course, you had Koreans. Were there other nationalities involved?
Yeah. So basically, that is the picture of the bookshelf.
Okay.
Bookshelf. It is very traditional Korean style. So we have in East Asian countries, we have the Japan and China, but they don't have any the traditional picture style of the bookshelf.
Yes.
It is originated in the Joseon Dynasty, 18th century, and that has the philosophy of the King Jeongjo.
Yes.
He wanted to rule his kingdom with the knowledge and information.
And here we see some of the images that have come out that were painted on the mural, and you can see it seems like it was such a fun project.
Yeah.
And it seems like a big mural. How big was the? I mean, how big is it exactly?
The size is 35 meters by 27.8 meters.
Wow.
Very huge.
Yeah, it's big.
Every sector has the subject from the ASEAN countries. The
Okay.
basic fundamental in the platform was
Yes.
provided by Korean traditional style, but each point has the ASEAN states precious things.
Yes. Who designed the image? I mean, how did you conceptualize this image for this ASEAN ROK mural?
The Chekkado is the basic, the framework was given by the artist Park Young-gyun from Korea, and
Okay.
he collaborated with ASEAN, the artists, to finalize which item to be there and which item should be, and which size, which location. They all cooperated and decided all together.
Just getting all of those people together, all those
Yeah,
artists
yeah.
together, and
Yeah.
to agree
Yeah.
on coming out with this joint project, that must have taken a lot of time and work.
Yeah, that was the biggest risk, the challenge. So
Yes,
fabulous moment of that. My friends were so much concerned about that. So the first question was, how are you going to invite 10 ASEAN artists, and then how you gain the agreement from the artists, right?
Definitely,
They are
definitely.
very,
No, I mean, okay, we know artists. I'm involved in the arts as well, and there is actually, with creative people, there's a lot of independence of opinion and different viewpoints to put together. No, not easy. And I can see this is you. Can you tell us what we're looking
Yeah.
at? Huh? What is happening here in this scene? It
just
looks
in
like-
front of the mural.
Okay.
So we had some tent for
Yes.
working, and that was the last day of.
And this is the mural now. Beautiful,
now.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I have to congratulations on a wonderful project. I live in Bonifacio Global City, and I have to say that I love the art that you have on the sides of buildings, and your piece is actually one of the most beautiful that I've
Thank you.
seen. It just it's so cool. It's so cool. So again, let's tell the audience where to find this, which part of Bonifacio Global City, in case they want to now drive by or walk by and admire the art creation that KCCM was kind enough to organize.
The bureau is located on the corner of 26th and 5th.
All right.
And whenever you reach there, and when you see that, you will take picture. But when you see just inside of the picture, you see the QR mark.
Okay.
That has every stories. When you just take the photo for the QR,
Oh yes, of
we
course.
provide the whole story from the beginning to the end.
So
and
There's an interactive experience with
yeah.
with the mural itself.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. So arts and tech coming together.
just take a picture for the mural, the QR mark.
Yes.
It's just in the middle of it.
Bravo, bravo. So congratulations again on this wonderful project. Do you have anything planned for next year? Because this is actually a very tough act to follow. If you think about, because it's, there's the size of the project, the impact, and the beauty of it. Are you planning something for next year, perhaps? More collaborations like this, very successful?
Yeah. So thank you for your high evaluation. And then so far we have been working thinking about the next project, but we are just discussing about the new project the project for the 2018 with the NCCA and the Bonifacio Art Foundation and other partners. But I can promise that there will be a very good and enhanced and improved project for the next year.
Yes. I mean, are there any areas that you're looking at concentrating on? Let's say, I mean, we mentioned filmmaking as an area
Yeah.
for collaboration. You've already proven that you can do it, and you have done it with,
Yeah.
with arts, with visual arts. Are there any other areas that the Korean Center, Cultural Center is eyeing? Maybe dance? I mean, as you know,
Yeah.
there are several art forms, 7, I think,
Yeah.
art forms.
So after the working as the director of the Korean Cultural Center in the Philippines, it was only 8 months though, I realized that there is some the geographical and physical restriction for the people to come and appreciate our culture.
Yes.
So we are working on to find out a way to overcome that kind of restrictions, the spatial restrictions. So we have cultural caravan program. That is, we send a caravan that has some kind of programs. We can teach Korean language or K-pop or the songs and Korean traditional the paintings and other Korean the games and activities, including K-pop performances. So we can send it to anywhere in this country. So that we are just thinking this is the December, so it's a
Yes.
time for us to reorganize our the basic programs, including the cultural caravan. So we will be working on expanding the film festival into the independence and other the area we didn't never touch it.
Yes.
And then so making some kind of the Korean cultural caravan programs for the district that was isolated so far.
That's good because and I'm in touch with a lot of cultural centers here in Manila, in the Philippines, based in Manila, and they do have provincial rollouts, but these are usually centered in the big cities. We're talking about, of course, Manila, Baguio, Davao, Cebu, but as you mentioned, there are other areas in the Philippines that, and sadly, these cultural programs don't really reach. But so your idea of this cultural caravan, not just focusing on one genre, but several, and bringing them out actually to places where they wouldn't not necessarily reach, is a wonderful idea. Yeah. Are there any places that you're targeting specifically that are looking at, maybe Mindanao or in Visayas? Are you going to concentrate on some areas here or just per region perhaps?
So in many ways, many regions, a district where we have the very enthusiastic Korean community is good place for us because we have a partner there.
The support, of course.
So we can get support from them. So the district that has the bigger and the very active Korean community will be our priority.
Very good. No, it makes practical sense because even overseas, when we do projects for Philippines to promote culture, it's always good to have local Filipinos there because then you already have, a source of maybe dance or cuisine or something to support. It just makes the program much more richer and fuller. There you go. Mr. Lee, pause for break. When we come back, we'll talk about Korean language and of course K-pop, which is crazy popular today, and another cultural expert, major cultural expert of Korea. So guys, stick around because more of Korea-Philippines cultural ties when Global Village returns.